feel like we all have some hobby that acts like a release or a getaway from reality. Those hobbies could include painting, poetry, maybe even pottery. And if you're watching this video, that hobby is probably playing video games. And one of those games is most likely Skyrim. And if you're anything like me, it's been hard to enjoy gaming like you used to. Most of the time, I'm thinking more about what to expect at work the next day or what chores I still have to do around my apartment. And whenever I have time to play, I'm usually only able to play for maybe 30 minutes without getting bored or burnt out. When that happens, the alternative is that I watch YouTube for hours while I scroll on my phone. Recently, that changed though. I stumbled upon a mod list that completely changed how I look at Skyrim and video games in general. Before I get into that, I gotta ask if this sounds familiar. You get home from work or school, and you're just too tired to turn on your computer or console. But you're not too tired to watch YouTube videos for hours. You're too tired to play any of the games you've been playing for years. But you're not too tired to scroll on TikTok or Instagram for hours. See, it's not just you. I've felt like that too. Playing video games used to be an escape from the real world, but as I got older, I felt more and more disconnected from them. Like I couldn't become immersed no matter what happened. I couldn't live in their world like I used to when I was young. Spending this summer playing all day just to get to level 30 so I could get Dwarven armor. All because 9-year-old me thought it looked really cool and similar to gold armor from Minecraft. Anyway, just when I was about to quit, I thought, this can't be true. I mean, some of my most cherished memories were from playing video games, either alone or with friends, and that's when I thought, maybe I'll try Skyrim again for old time's sake. Everyone knows though, if you're going to play Skyrim in 2025, you're not playing it vanilla, you're going to play it modded. And if you couldn't tell, I was way too burnt out to create my own mod list, so I searched for one instead. I wasn't looking for a list like Lorerim, which some of you may know as I've done videos on that list before, but if you aren't familiar, that mod list overhauls Skyrim into a different game. It has a steep learning curve and is honestly an amazing list, just not what I was searching for. Instead, I searched for one that would refresh Skyrim enough so I wouldn't get bored, and so I still knew what I was doing most of the time. I wanted to spend the time playing the game and not learning 100 different mechanics. And then I found it. To Sovngarde. I don't know what drew me towards it. Maybe it was the picture that caught my eye, or maybe even the name, but I knew after clicking on it that this was the one. It promised immersion at its core, full mod integration, which is a fancy way of saying the mods are built into the game and not just added on top, and most of all, the best user experience, which stated that all the systems added by the list are explained in game. I thought to myself, this is what I've been looking for. Finally, a mod list that doesn't make me Google whatever my character did after clicking a random key. And after buying Nexus Premium for the low price of $8, which at the time left me a bit upset, but now I think was worth it, I let the list auto install, which I want to thank the creator of this list, JaySerpa. They made sure to keep the size to around 50 gigs and not the usual mod list size with 200 to 500 gigs. So the list was finished within around 2 hours. And after a long wait, I was finally able to launch the game, and my story began. I knew I wanted to play as a Breton spellsword. I wanted to see what new and interesting additions were added to magic, so I created Ash, a Breton with destruction magic in his left hand and a blade in his right. He lived in Helgen all his life, only venturing out to earn coin, fighting the occasional bandits or wolves. Then one day, while watching an execution, a dragon attacked. And that was it. His world, my world, was on fire. This opening completely hooked me. I've seen Skyrim's intro hundreds of times, always from the prisoner cart. But this time, I was a citizen of Helgen, and when Alduin attacked, it wasn't just another tutorial moment, it was personal. He destroyed my home, slaughtered my friends, and everything I had burnt to the ground. That single change, starting as a regular person, instantly pulled me back into the game in a way I hadn't felt in years. It wasn't about saving the world, it was about surviving it. From there, my journey just unfolded naturally. I escaped with Hadvar through the ruins beneath Helgen, exhausted and shaken, and I rested in Riverwood, enjoyed a warm meal by the fire, and I actually felt my character recover from what happened. And when I left for Whiterun, I wasn't rushing to complete a quest, I was living a story. On the road, I helped strangers, I took odd jobs, and slowly built my life back up. I helped slay a giant, got mocked by an old lady in steel armor, then beat her with my fist, and somehow gained a loyal companion. I delivered letters to earn gold, retrieved the golden claw, and got lost in Bleak Falls Barrow more times than I want to admit. I even let my companion fight the giant spider because, honestly, I was terrified. But the little things stood out the most. How the townsfolk thanked me for clearing out bandits, how the nights felt long and the inns actually felt safe, how the world just breathed around me. And when I finally faced my first dragon, barely surviving the fight, and I heard the people of Whiterun cheer, horns blowing, crowns of flowers on their heads, all to celebrate me, I realized something had shifted. I wasn't just playing Skyrim again, I was living in it, and it felt good, really good. Somewhere along the way, I realized I wasn't forcing myself to play anymore. I wanted to. And the thing this list did the best was that it didn't try to be something other than Skyrim, like so many other lists do. It tried to be Skyrim, but better. And it worked. It made me live in this world, and when I say live, I mean it. I needed to eat, sleep, and bathe. I couldn't rush through the game anymore. I had to work hard, earn my keep, and I was forced to slow down and enjoy the inns and taverns. And by doing so, it immersed me more in this world because I built connections with the citizens of Skyrim. It made me feel like I actually lived everything that happened. I'm not sure if this happens to anyone else, but I know a game immerses me completely when I can look up at the in-game night sky and I feel like I have a real place in this virtual universe. And another thing I realized while I was doing all of this is that no matter how down you might feel, no matter how dark it seems, you can always reignite that passion inside for the things that you love. I mean, look at what happened to me. This whole experience reignited that passion in me so much that I needed to make a video about it to spread the word that it's possible. And if a simple mod list can do all that, maybe it's not gaming that's changed. Maybe it's how we approach it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you made it to the end of the video, please click that subscribe button because a lot more content like this is on the way. Stay safe, my friends.